Okay, I got some pretty exciting news. My mic stand finally came in. It was only like 30 bucks on Amazon, so it's nothing crazy. But a friend of mine mentioned that I kind of talk funny, or the way I talk feels a little unnatural on camera. And I completely agree. The camera is like an arm's length away from me, so the mic is actually picking up just a little above my head, so it's not picking up my voice directly or so clearly, which results in me having to talk a little bit louder for it to pick it up and for me to edit in the music afterwards. But hopefully putting the mic on this stand and then moving a little closer towards my my mouth here will fix that. So let's give it a try. Okay, cool. The mic is just above, it's just out of frame here. I don't know if I want it in frame or out of frame, but in this video, let's try out of frame. I'm gonna talk a little quieter like I would talk normally, and hopefully the mic picks it up and hopefully the volume is good for it. So let's get into it. What's up and welcome back. Today's video is going to be on why I decided to join Sutton Realty, which is a brokerage here native to Canada, and kind of the thoughts and decisions that I had to make when deciding on what brokerage to seek my employment with. There's quite a few things to consider when choosing what brokerage you want to work with, and overall it's a really big decision that you have to be completely comfortable with when making. Overall, I'd say that as a new agent, when you're brand new to the business, the brokerage you decide to work with is going to have a direct impact on your initial success. Not only is your broker of record, which is usually the owner of that brokerage or that branch of brokerages, going to be your boss, they are also going to be your insurance, your guidance, your income and expenses, as well as your support and the name and brand that you start to build. The biggest thing for me as a brand new agent, being 18 years old when I got the license, was mentorship. So every single brokerage that I interviewed with, the main question that I wanted to know was, what are you doing to help new agents succeed? Now, every brokerage has its own little thing. Century 21 had a big one with weekly meetings with coaches. Keller Williams has kind of a partner program that you follow, and Sutton was a little combination of both. I went and interviewed with about 6 or 7 different brokerages, and the 4 big ones that answered my question or my fulfillment on the question of mentorship were Keller Williams, Century 21, Sutton, and Remax. I immediately ruled out Right at Home Realty, eXp Realty, and Zoocasa Realty, because although I do believe that they have a huge online database of courses for new agents to learn from, the situation that I was kind of in, being 18 years old, brand new to any type of business whatsoever, I was really looking for an in-person, one-on-one dynamic. I forgot my cool moving title, so point 1 is mentorship. Next to consider is desk fees and commission splits. Now this is something really tricky because high desk fees will run you out of business before you even start making any money, and high commission splits will limit your earnings when you do start progressing. Aside from just a few cloud-based brokerages like eXp Realty and Zoocasa Realty, which don't actually have any desk fees because there's no physical office, Sutton was pretty much in par with the other major brokerages, being $150 a month. The first 3 months are free, and an 80-20 commission split to start. On a side note, desk fees are not fees that you pay for a desk which you may or may not use. It's access to appointments and bookings for your listings, processing deals, brokerage resources such as meeting rooms, printing, graphic design, online learning, and so on. Most mainstream brokerages such as Keller Williams, Remax, Century 21, and Sutton are gonna have the same monthly price when it comes to their desk fees. Now, a pretty big selling point for me was that Sutton has a 100-0 split commission plan, and how that works is your first 5 deals as an agent within the brokerage it's an 80-20 split with $150 a month for your desk fees. After 5 deals, you can choose to stay on that plan or go to a 100-0 plan. Now your desk fees do double. It goes from 150 to 300, but after doing the math on it, if you do anything more than 2 deals a year, you're profiting a lot more by being on the 100 split commission plan. The closest competitor to this was Keller Williams, where they have either a $9,000 or an $18,000 cap range, where after you earn that much and you pay that much to the brokerage with your commission, you then go onto a 100-0 split plan. But one way to look at it is that with Sutton, you can decide when you want to go on that plan, and you're technically saving that $9,000 or $18,000. So that was definitely a pretty enticing selling point to me for Sutton, but what really hands down sold me on going and deciding to work at this brokerage was the relationship aspect of it. I'm just gonna bring this bad boy down just to get that crisp podcast feel for the remainder of this video, and let's see if it works out better. So I interviewed with brokerages before, during, and after I got my license, and with all of them except Sutton, every single one said that get your license and then come talk to us. Even when I was during asking the courses, asking these kind of questions on the desk fees and the mentorship, they all said get your license first and then come talk to us. We'll give you all the answers from there. With Sutton, however, my current boss, who I have a great working friendship and relationship with now, called me afterwards when I went in before I even started getting my license, just to ask about the real estate as a career and whatever it might be. He called me a few months later to just come in and talk again, talk about real estate, talk about where I'm at, talk about what I want to do and how it's progressing for me. It really felt like he was the only broker that really cared about bringing on a new agent and not just getting someone else to pay more desk fees for the brokerages. It really felt like I was being welcomed into a community. A common complaint amongst realtors and brokerages is that it's really hard to reach the broker record. And really that's the only person on, if you have an extremely difficult deal or unique situation that you're put in, the broker record is the first person you want to call because they're going to know what to do. And if you can't reach your broker record outside of business hours, which is usually what real estate is, it's from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. you can get a call anytime, then that makes your life just so much tougher as a new agent. And the most amazing thing about Sutton, not only is it 100% Canadian, completely feel like I can try and make this a podcast. Another amazing thing is that the broker of record works as hard as the employees do. There's been times where I call my broker of record at 11 p.m. at night and he's still up, he's still actively working, and he's not just doing a 9 to 5 and getting out of there as fast. It's huge that I can call up my broker of record at any time during the day and trust him to give me and guide me on the right decision to take no matter what deal or unique situation that I'm going through. Mic's going back up. I'm only gonna be able to tell if it looks good in post, so we're just gonna stick with what you know here. So that's why I decided to join Sutton Realty when I got my license. Now, if you're in the same shoes and you're looking to join a brokerage, take these things into consideration, but most importantly, go in and join the brokerage that you feel most comfortable with. There's nothing more intimidating than being a brand new agent in a brand new world and a business world that you know nothing about and being scared to come into work or to ask someone for help when you really need it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it brought you some insight into the decisions that I kind of took to make when deciding what brokerage to work with. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.